should you know about solar power? To keep the information as relevant to the book title as possible, rather than attack solar power information in a wholesale sort of manner, we will focus on the material that you most need to know if you are preparing to install a solar panel on your roof. This chapter's title may well have said, "Here is what you need to know about solar technology if you are ready to put up a solar panel." Stakes are high here. However, this could well be the most critical chapter in the entire book. Look at it this way: say you want to buy a car. If you are a first-time buyer, it is natural that the process would seem daunting. However, the truth is that there are very many people who have bought cars, and if you want, you can have them spot you with automobile information when you go shopping. Putting up solar panels on your roof may cost just as much as walking into a car shop and buying a new car. However, in comparison, there are far fewer people who can say they have owned a solar system. Here is another thing: the stakes are far higher. After all, the thing is going on the roof of your house. It is not as simple as saying, "Well, if I make some mistake or other, I will know better next time." Thus, before you make the jump and start installing your panel, before you make a leap and skip this chapter for the more technical stuff, read the contents of this chapter. Ask yourself the following questions before you install solar panels. 1. Is your roof even suitable to support the solar panels? Consider this one first and foremost. If, for most of the day, the beautiful trees on your compound throw shade on your roof, the solar window may not be enough for ample solar energy collection. Sure enough, your panels would collect some, but will the little energy collected justify the money you put in for the full installation? If your roof is not suitable, you do not have to give up on solar power. You could always look into shared solar energy or community solar. It may not indeed appeal to you, but this sort of approach allows you, along with multiple other consumers, to purchase a stake in some solar installation. Of course, you would have to deal with a small bill at the end of the month. If your roof is all right for panel installation, make sure that it is strong enough. Consider renovation if the roof's shape is not as good as it should be. If you have to conduct revisions on your roof a few years down the line, it would cost you money to have the solar panels disconnected and then set up again. Do not forget to read any homeowners association covenant as well. Some of these prohibit such additions as solar panels to rooftops. It is, for the most part, an aesthetics thing, but you would have to abide by it nonetheless. Can you say you have done all you can to maximize efficiency? Put simply, the solar energy amount that you intend to produce would depend on the energy you use. It makes all the sense in the world to trim your energy use as much as you can. Perform an energy audit at your home, install as many energy efficiency upgrades as you can, and then think about drawing up those solar energy blueprints you are so itchy to draw up. Which solar kind makes the most sense? There are two dominant solar energy technologies to choose from: photovoltaic technology, which employs solar rays to convert sunlight to electricity, and thermal technology, which uses sunlight to heat up water, even air, for use inside. If you have known your home to use lots of energy, especially for heating, or you live in the sort of place that comes with high heating fuel bill, meaning an investment in solar thermal technology could save you much money going forward. However, there is a reason why you perhaps did not know there were two solar energy technologies. Very few people ever have solar thermal technology installed in their homes. This information deficit means that you may have a much harder time installing this technology. If you decide to go for a qualified installer, then you may end up throwing a lot of dollars at him or her. 4. How will you be able to connect to the grid? Details tend to vary going by where you live. Still, anytime you connect with a utility, there is more than a few logistics to wade through. Is there a fee to be paid? How long will it take you and yours to get hooked up to the grid? Once you do get accredited, how will you get credited for the power you are generating? When will this happen? If you have no idea what those last two sentences allude to, they are referring to net metering. Utilities are supposed to reimburse solar at about the same rate they charge electricity users. Before you start beaming, understand that this particular area is rife with political shenanigans. Look at the state of Nevada, for instance, which has policies in place that reimburses peanut amounts, making it difficult to recoup installation costs. No matter which part of the US you live in, you get refunded for sure if you connect to the grid. However, don't get your hopes up too much. 5. If you employ the services of an installer, can you trust him or her? The issue of trustworthiness, in all honesty, applies every time you have professionals or others come into your home. However, when you consider that solar tends to combine home improvement logistics with electrical risks, you need to be a lot more careful here. Insist on credentials and make sure they are valid. As a smart man once said, what sense does it make to hire an electrician who has never done actual electrical work? Having answers to the questions above in mind, now you can begin getting a bit technical with solar power installation. Let's start by learning the fundamentals of electric circuits because it is the core of installing solar power.